In the world of Formula One, Max Verstappen is making a big name for himself, joining the all-time greats. With 3 world championships in a row, he is on track to break records, maybe even surpassing Michael Schumacher's 7 titles. Now, in the F1 community, people are talking about how Verstappen's way of driving is a lot like Schumacher's. So, how exactly does Max Verstappen resemble the legendary Michael Schumacher on the racetrack? Here are 5 key similarities between Max Verstappen and Michael Schumacher, showcasing how these two remarkable drivers share more than just a love for speed and competition. Number 1. Rainmasters. When we talk about Michael Schumacher, you cannot ignore his incredible skills when it came to racing in the rain. Back in his prime, no one could match him in wet conditions. The German driver amazed everyone with numerous race victories, breathtaking drives, and unforgettable moments on rain-soaked tracks. Now shift your attention to Max Verstappen. In 2016, during the Brazilian Grand Prix, he made a lasting impression. People couldn't help but wonder, who is this kid? Verstappen showcased a remarkable ability to handle challenging wet conditions, establishing himself as one of the best in the field. Number 2. Immediate impact. Michael Schumacher didn't waste any time making a mark in Formula One. After a standout performance in his debut race with Jordan, he caught the eye of Benetton and secured 2 championship titles in '94 and '95. Fast forward to Max Verstappen's early days in F1. As a teenager, he didn't just join the sport, he scored points right from the start. His impressive performances with Toro Rosso, including multiple 4th place finishes, made such an impact that Red Bull quickly promoted him. In fact, he even broke Sebastian Vettel's record as the youngest race winner in Formula One. The parallels between these two drivers are not just a coincidence, but a fascinating exploration into the shared characteristics that set them apart in the world of racing. Number 3. Undisputed champions of their time. When Michael Schumacher hit the F1 scene, it was like he was putting on an invisibility cloak and soared past everyone. Starting in 1994, when legends like Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost were no longer in the mix, Schumacher became the go-to guy. He wasn't just fast, he was the benchmark, setting a standard that everyone tried to catch up to. And guess what? He stayed there for what felt like forever, until the fresh faces of Kimi Räikkönen and Fernando Alonso also stepped up to the challenge. Now let's talk about Max Verstappen's recent climb to the top. 2021 was the year Verstappen emerged from the shadows of Lewis Hamilton, the big name in the F1 game. It's like a changing of the guard. Fast forward to today, and we are 3 years deep into his championship reign. What's crazier, Verstappen isn't just holding on to the crown, he's lapping the competition. It's like he's playing chess while everyone else is stuck on checkers. The Dutchman has become the undisputed leader on the grid, and it's a plot twist that keeps us on the edge of our seats in the ever-evolving drama of Formula One. Number 4. Unmatched consistency. Let's talk about Michael Schumacher's legendary run in 2002, the year he pulled off something no one else in the history of Formula One has done. Yep, that's right, Schumacher finished every single race of the season on the podium. He called it his perfect season, and I mean honestly, who could argue with that? What made Schumacher a league of his own was his crazy consistency. It was like he had a superpower that made him operate at a level his rivals couldn't touch. Race after race, weekend after weekend, he was a podium machine, leaving everyone else in the dust. Now let's zoom into the present with Max Verstappen. Since 2002, he is the closest we've got to perfection that Schumacher pulled off. Picture this season, almost flawless. Every race, Verstappen was a force to be reckoned with. If it weren't for a little hiccup in Singapore, he might have matched Schumacher's insane streak. It's like history repeating itself, with Verstappen carrying the torch of relentless consistency in a way that makes us all sit up and take notice. Number 5. Controversial crowning moments. In the world of racing, sometimes even the sweet taste of victory has a touch of controversy. Take Michael Schumacher's first title win, for example. It wasn't all cheers and celebration. It was wrapped up in a bit of drama. Picture this, the last race of the season and Schumacher collides with Damon Hill. Boom! Controversy kicks in, deciding the fate of the championship. Now, fast forward to Max Verstappen's first title win. There's a notorious twist there too. Enter the Michael Massey incident, a now infamous chapter in F1 history. It all went down on the last lap with a race restart that tilted the scales in favor of the Red Bull driver. It's like deja vu. Two champions, two controversial moments that stir up debates and add a bit of spice to their title victories. Racing isn't just about crossing the finish line. It's about the unexpected twists and turns that keep us all hooked. And these controversial first title wins are the stuff F1 legends are made of. Speaking on the comparison between Max Verstappen and Michael Schumacher, former Benetton team manager Joan Villadelprat sheds light on their shared characteristics and talents. Firstly, Joan notes their common traits at a similar age. He emphasizes the rapid growth both drivers experienced early on in their careers. Drawing a parallel to Schumacher's rough period from 92 to 94, Villadelprat mentions that both drivers made mistakes, while showcasing extraordinary talent, attributing it to their innate ability. Discussing their upbringing, Villadelprat acknowledges Max Verstappen's strict education under his father Jos, pushing him to excel from a young age. He reflects on the decision to pair Jos with Schumacher, leading to the younger driver's departure, but recognizing his inherent speed and potential. Moving on to their immediate impacts in F1, Villadelprat observes that Schumacher started older but possessed more natural talent early on. In contrast, Verstappen, joining as a teenager, had a different path but demonstrated the ability to mature quickly. Both drivers, according to Villadelprat, showcased an impressive capacity to adapt to different circumstances and extract the best from their cars. Villadelprat further talks about their mental resilience. Despite facing car issues, both Schumacher and Verstappen, instead of succumbing to problems, excelled by overcoming challenges. He credits this mental strength to their magical ability to focus on extracting the maximum performance from the car, even in adverse conditions. It's as if they have a special knack for finding the maximum performance potential from their cars, even when the circumstances are far from ideal. Notably, Villadelprat praises their similar approach to working with the throttle, expressing confidence in both drivers' capabilities in manipulating the car with finesse. Moving on to their shared qualities, he described them as an introverted family man with a winning mentality. By introverted, he suggests a reserved and introspective nature, possibly reflecting a focused and thoughtful approach outside of the racing track. Additionally, being family men implies a strong connection to their personal lives, which can contribute to a balanced and grounded mindset. The presence of a winning mentality reveals their constant thirst for success. Both Schumacher and Verstappen are individuals who are not content with anything less than a victory. This mindset likely extends beyond the track, shaping their work ethic, discipline, and commitment to achieving their goals. Concluding the comparison, Villadelprat commends their physical fitness, drawing parallels between the demanding physicality of Schumacher's era and Verstappen's contemporary landscape. He notes their commitment to maintaining top-notch fitness levels. While accepting the changes in the sport, he underscores the necessity for champions like Verstappen to keep pushing for success, recognizing the unpredictable nature of Formula One. Now, we would love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the comparison between Max Verstappen and Michael Schumacher? Do you see similarities in their driving styles and approaches to challenges in Formula One? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more awesome F1 stuff.